It's Friday and time for What Matters Most with our life coach, Dieter Pauwels. And we've been talking about Don Miguel Ruiz's book, The 4 Agreements. We've talked about the first 3, be impeccable with your word, don't take anything personally, and don't make assumptions. And now the 4th agreement is do the best you can. It sounds pretty simple, do the best you can, but often we don't do the best we can, and I think when we're not doing the best we can, we know it.
But I did do the best I could this morning, because today is your birthday, and I have a little present for you.
Oh,
See, Dieter didn't forget.
Thank you, John. Dieter, how sweet are you? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Well, this is pretty good. What else do you have up your sleeve?
Let's get started, see how far we get.
Gorgeous. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But it is true that when you're not doing your best, you know, say for instance you're working out, you know you could push yourself harder but you don't, you know you're not doing your best, and then you end up sort of compromising for less.
That's the big discrepancy with people, is that what we actually do, the stuff we do day to day, and the stuff we know we can do, there is a big gap between the two, about the goals we have and the action steps we actually do each and every day.
Right, because when you talk about doing your best, it's about taking action, and you say that as a coach, it's what you run into with people, that everything, it doesn't really line up with what they say their goals are.
So this agreement, always do your best, will close the gap between what you're doing each and every day and what is really possible. I like this agreement because it kind of ties up the first 3 agreements. Always do your best. That's the key word, doing. It's about practice. Practice the first agreement, be impeccable with your word. Practice second agreement. Don't take anything personal, and don't make any assumptions. And know that you're going to make mistakes. Learn from your mistakes. You're going to make assumptions, move forward.
Yeah, and as a human being, we're always evolving and we're always changing, and so you do need to check yourself with these things. You know, am I making assumptions now? You know, am I doing the best I can? Because when you answer those questions and you find yourself actually rising to the occasion, your life is better.
And what you're doing when you ask these questions is you become more aware, and awareness is pretty much the theme throughout this whole book. Self-awareness, and always doing your best. And this is pretty much the core principle of any personal development book, is to seek to always improve yourself, the relationship with yourself and with others, your health, you know, your finances, and you continue on that path each and every day. And your best today might not be your best tomorrow.
Right.
It's you want to face every situation the best you can possibly. You know, that's...
Well, when you're a coach, do you see that, hear from people that they judge themselves really harshly, and that maybe they tend to compare themselves with someone else, saying, I wish I could be like so-and-so. And there's the trap. You know, you shouldn't want to be like anyone else but yourself.
If you want to be like anybody else, who will be like you? See, that's the key. In order to make a contribution, I think in life that's what it's all about, instead of winning or losing, is what you want to do is you want to become more of who you are. You want to play your best hand with the cards you've been given. That's the key. That's what coaching is all about, to bring the best out of people so they can make a contribution and feel good about themselves. And at the end of the journey, we don't have to regret the things we didn't do.
Yeah, I think you made a good point, and I guess the book does as well, about regret, because regret is a painful thing to live with.
No other pain outweighs the pain of regret.
Yeah. I started to think about that and whether or not that was true, and I think you're right. You know,
Well,
but I don't think you can escape it in this world and this life. You're going to have a few regrets, right?
But if you can look at yourself before you go to bed every night and ask yourself, did I do the best I could today? And the answer is yes, you're going to sleep well. You're going to have a good night's sleep, and that's important for most people today.
Okay, well, thanks, Dieter. You gave me flowers. You should sleep really well. I will sleep well. Have a friend like you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. And you can go to our website at kplr11.com, and you can ask Dieter a question. So, still ahead on News 11.